So generally, if you want to refer to the property straight away, what we will be doing in Visual Force, I want to refer to the properties of a S object. Then what I do? We take an account page. We give standard control equal to account. Here we will be referring input field where I want to respect exact properties of a field. Am I right? Am I right? Now, in my concept, I don't want to take that name field as a required field. What will you do? If I give in this format, I had a requirement like this. Okay, add a page. Are there? Who is this? Yes, Mr. Avinash. Yeah. Look at this, Avinash. Okay. Now, I don't want to take this name as a required field. I don't want to take this name as a required field. Then what will you do? You are creating a form. But while I am creating a form, I don't want to take that name field as a required field. The moment you use input field, we are getting exact properties. The moment you create a name field, we are getting exact properties. I don't want to get exact properties. I want to customize as per my requirement. Then what I will do? Obviously, you are supposed to go for input text. Let us see. I also have one more field. Apex input field value equal to industry. Right. Now we are getting the list of industry. I don't want to get the list of all the industries. I want to get only those options, only those industries whose name is starting with A. As per my page, as per this page, only the options, only the industries whose names are starting with A should be displayed. Then what will you do? How will you achieve this? Got my point? Now I am trying to create a customer. I have two pages. In the account object, I have a customer, I have a corporate. I have a customer, I have a corporate. If it is a customer, I want to get the names like education, construction, energy. If it is a corporate, I want to get IT, energy, hospitality. Then based on the record type, the options can be controlled. But how are you controlling these options? In the administration, you went to the record type. For record type, you have selected the option. But I am creating a custom page. On this custom page, as per my record type, I need to get the corresponding options. Did you get my point? Right? If you don't mention any record type, what will happen? With respect to the current user, what is the profile given to him? His default record type will come here. So, with respect to the default record type, options will be coming. But what is my requirement? Whatever the options are available for a particular record type, that should be displayed here. I am creating two pages. One is a customer page, Another is account page, corporate page. In the customer, industry should be ABC. In the corporate, industry should be XYZ. Then how will you get the data? There I cannot use input field. In such cases, wherever the concept of record type is working, there I have to fetch the fields dynamically. In such cases, what will we do? We use schema programming. Did you get my point here? If straight away I want to get the data, we can go with the input field. But if I don't want to have the same structure what I am using now, I have some custom logics to be applied. Then in that case, we will not be preferring to go for input field. We will be going to get the data using schema. In some cases, I may go with some of the fields as input field, some of the fields as input text. So the requirement will not be the same for every page. So we have designed a page. In case if you want the page as a dynamic page, even getting the options dynamically, how to write a program, that is the context what we have given yesterday. So every page will not be same. Every requirement will not be same. Are you getting my point? If your requirement is a dynamic, how will you fetch it? That's the format. If you want to make the same page what we have done yesterday in simplified way, we can make it very simple in this concept. Let us see. The example what we have done in the last class. The same thing if I want to make it using input field. So we had two components, lightning record form view or lightning record editor. So we have two different components which are available in the lightning. Let me give you lightning record view. Yeah, lightning record view form. What is lightning record view form? Now, if you want to refer to a particular object, how are you giving? In the VF page, standard controller equal to object name. Then we are giving name, field, all this stuff. Similarly, if you want to refer to the data from a particular object, we had record view form. What is that? Record view form. When I say record view form, new Visual Force component. So very simple. Record view form. Which record are you referring? ID of the record. If I give force implements so automatically what happened? Whatever the ID is there in the URL, that ID will be fixed. That ID I am giving here. Am I right?
That is the has record ID, not the have.
Spell mistake. Okay. Right. This is what we had. Has record ID. Then what was this? What was this object name? So when you say object name, let us say I am taking account. So you are supposed to give name of the field, name, industry. Then we can go with the corresponding fields here. Okay, copy paste it. Okay. So what I am doing, I am referring to the record which was there in the URL. So the moment I implement a force has record ID, whatever the record ID given in the URL or the record from which you are calling this component, the record from where we are calling this component, that record ID is going to be fetched. That record ID I am passing. Now, for our practice purpose, just to show quick example, what I will be doing, I'll take some ID of the record straight away. I'll take some record ID straight away. I was giving. Right. So I'm giving the record ID. Straight away I give the record ID. But as per the yesterday's example, what we can do? Implements force has record ID. When we add this component to a record home page, whatever the ID of the record is there, that can be fetched here by using v.record ID. Okay. Now we are adding Lightning application. Go for a preview. We are not given force extends. So this is how we got the data. Account name and industry, phone number, right boss? Now what we are doing, this is a view form. I can also generate this form in the form of edit. I can also give it in the form of edit. Okay. Now the second one is, look at the second one. Now, we have seen a concept of grid. What is a grid? Divide the row into number of columns. 1 of 2, 1 of 6, 1 of 12. Now this is how this is displayed. Vertically it is displayed. You want the data to be displayed horizontally. Then what should I do? Apply grid format. What is the format? Grid format. Now let us say, if you want these components to be displayed side by side, we can go to the SLDS grid. SLDS grid, column 1 of 2 size. Now how do you give it the grid? SLDS grid, SLDS call. Multiple columns we are going to give, right? SLDS call. Now why they are given size? They are dividing the entire row into 2, giving equal size to 2 elements. That is the reason they told 1 of 2, 1 of 2. So if you want to display the same, in the form of grid, I can also do it in this format. So what was this? Take the ID. So this is just like mentioning your object, giving the ID of your record, whichever the ID of the record you are passing, based on that the data will be auto-populated. Is it same like your Visual Force? Is it same like your Visual Force? Where I have a page. This is how we create. Am I right? When I give like this, if I want to display the data, whatever the ID is coming on the top, the same ID. If I don't pass any ID, it will be empty. It will be empty. I can perform an action called save and other things. If you want the data to be displayed, ID of the record should be given. Is it the same like this? What is that? ID standard controller. What we are doing here? ID object API. This object, this record, display the data. From this object with this record data, display the V. So here I am giving again the same story. I can go with the contact if I want. Just replicate the data. So what I am doing? Column 1. Column 2. I am creating 4 columns. If you give 4 columns, 1 of, when you say 1 of 4, what is that? They are divided into 4 columns. Each column is occupying one size. NR. What was that? Divided into 4 columns. The row is divided into 4 columns. We are getting horizontal. This is a grid model. Okay. So how you create a grid? SLD as grid, SLD as column. SLD as grid, SLD as column. If I remove this, what would happen? There are how many columns here? Simple, this is the basic structure. SLDS grid, 4 columns. Right? Right. Generally, when you go for a size, when you want to wrap it, different rows have different sizes, and when you want to go for a wrapping, then we mention size 1 out of 4, 1 out of 6. But when you want to have a straight away elements, we can give column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. Straight away data will be displayed here. Right? Is it simple here? Okay. Now, what was this record view form where we are mentioning ID of the record and we are going for record API name. Here, if you want to pass the ID dynamically, it's of your choice. Whether you take from an application, whether you take from has record ID, or you get from the data from, or you get the ID from controller. When you click on a button, go to the controller, write a query, get the ID, display the data. So how you pass your ID is your choice. But if you pass the ID of the record, you are going to get it. Are you clear about it? Are you clear? Okay. Now, same example we are going to have next component. What is the next one? I told we also have edit form. Basically, this should be useful to us. What was this? Edit form. We are going to take this as edit form. So people have given a lot of code here. I'll make it simple. Let me make it simple. Save, disable, spinner. We don't need the spinner now. I don't need to be saved. Record edit form. I don't want any events as of now. So ID of the account I'm going to give. So what was this? Lightning edit form. So look at this. Lightning record edit form, record ID, and we had object. Now what is the record ID? Let us take without record ID and see what is happening. Now field names, input field name, phone, section for me. Then you want to show a button, we can show it. What was this? Button is disabled. They are taking attribute based on which the button is disabled or Now, anything difficult in this page? So what was this? Lightning, record, edit form, which object, which record, what are the fields you want to take? Am I right or no? Right? So which record?
What is
Yeah, come
Satish,
again.
what is disable? Button is disable, you mean?
The button they have given attribute called disable.
Okay.
Okay, this value they are taking dynamically. If you want to make it, you can remove it, remove this attribute. Okay. Now we need to go for an application, new lightning application. Because we are using lightning extends have a preview. Now in this case, what happened? I have not mentioned the ID. I have not mentioned the ID. Right? So if I mention the ID, what happened? The data which is there in the record, that will be captured. Now, your yesterday example, here, from here we need to extend. So what we need to do here? What we need to do here? Record data. We need to take a record data input field b dot new record dot name, b dot new record dot industry. So whatever the new record is referring, we have taken yesterday's example as what? You have taken input. So instead of input label, we have taken as first name. ID we have taken. We got some new we are supposed to give this way. So when you are referring this way, what happened? Whichever the object we are referring, that object properties will be captured. Right? I hope I am clear. Okay. So with the same record data, if you want to take it, your record data, target fields, target record, target fields, target record, layout, and ID. Okay. So whatever the target fields we are given, p dot the target field attribute dot name. What we are taking? Lightning input field. Then when you click on the button, action we know how to save the record. Alright, boss? I hope you are clear. So what was this? Straight away for me. What is the straight away example of this? Record, edit form, record, view form. Record view form will be displaying the detailed page of a record. Record edit form will be displaying the edit page of the record. If you want to create a detailed page of a record, you go for record view form. You want to go for edit page, we will go for record edit form. Where we are straight away referring to the object, we are mentioning object and fields. No, I don't want to take in this way. I want to take the data from the record data only. Then we can go with the input field value equal to v dot record. Okay, record field is name dot corresponding field. Either way we can take it. Alright, boss. Okay, boss. Any other queries? So, still anyone has any query on this? Everyone is good with this one? Okay. Now, today we'll still expand this. Now, as I told you in the last session, most of our lightning is creating the components and using them like a actions or attributes or tabs in the lightning pages. We are not going to design the entire structures. With now, most of the applications, what we are doing, creating the components or creating the lightning actions and including in the application. Now, yesterday we have seen how to override any one of the standard button. Now we'll understand how to create your own global actions, how to create object specific action. There are two types of actions what we have. One is a global action, other one is a object specific action. Now this is common in case of lightning or it is common in case of lightning or visual force. So what was that? We had actions. The action can be it can be a link, it can be a button. Okay. Now we are going with there are two types of actions. One is a global action, second is a object specific action. Also called quick actions. Object specific actions and quick actions. Now when you say global action, these buttons can be included anywhere in the application. They are not specific to any object. Now if I am creating any functionality and account, that button should be included on account only. An example, again I'll give a reference of Visual Force again for understanding. If I want to create a button on account detail page, what we do? Apex page, standard controller, now using this is the page. This action can be added where? Only on account. You cannot add this action page anywhere you like, because it was specific to account object. I'm saying, boss, this page is specific to account page. Using this page, you can only create an action on the account. So what is that called? Object specific action. So whatever the action I am performing, that is using the details of a particular record of an object. That is using the details of a particular object details. And everything that I am performing will be a child record of this or a parent record of this. Now, when you say global action, it is not specific to any particular object. An example, if you go to this, now look at this. Now, new contact, new case, log a call, new note, new opportunity, new event, link, poll, question. That is what? A quick actions. They are not specific to any object, they are included on any one of the object. I can include this action on any object. Let us say I am going with contacts. Right. I am going with an opportunity. There are what? Global actions. Global actions are not specific to any object. They are going to insert a record which is not associated with any one of the record. It is going to insert a record which is not associated with any one of the record. It doesn't have any relation with other records. It is going to be an independent action. It is going to be an independent action. It is going to be used for creating a record. It is going to be used for creating a record. It is going to be used for sending an email. But it has nothing to do with other records. It is independent action. It is independent action. So this action can be added anywhere in the application wherever we need. Right. When I say object specific action, these actions can be added on the page layouts of that object only. When you are making object specific action, they are added to the corresponding object only. That means whatever the action that I am doing, it will be a child action of that ID or associated with that ID. Whichever the record ID we are giving, with respect to that record ID only, we are making our action. So if I am using a record ID in a SQL query, either it will be a parent or a child. If I am able to get the data of a particular object, data from a particular object based on this ID, then it may be a same record, same object, or it may be a child object or parent object. Without that, we cannot get it. So there is association of the action. So every action that you perform, with respect to the object specific, you are dealing with that object or corresponding child records or parent records. Right? It's association with the object and corresponding data lists. When we say global independent. So how do you create this action? If I want to create a global action or object specific action, we need to implement an interface for it. Now how the component is available for an action? When can you say that a component is available for an action? So let me give you this. What was this? Lightning quick action. Lightning quick action. Lightning quick action. When I say force lightning quick action, when a component implements this, then only I can use this component for actions. Now I am making a simple example here. Basically, a component is created. Within the component, what we perform, what controller we use, we know how to make it. Basically, I create a component which is implementing force lightning quick action. Then, how to make a global action? Go back to this. I created a component. That component I want to use in a global action. So how do you do that? So go to setup. Then go to action, global actions. So if you go to global actions, what you are finding here? Global action. Then new action. So first I'll go with without component. Straight away without component I'm using. Create a record. It's object. Let us see. Create a record account. First I'm using standard way. Standard action I'm using. Create a record. I'm not using any Visual Force component there. First I'm trying to show you how the action is created. Now, what are the fields we had? Account name, phone industry, type. I don't need a website. I need annual revenue. And I need a rating. You want to give any default values? Default value is industry, by default it should be banking. Rating, by default it should be auto. If you want to give any default values, click on new. Find the field name. Industry. What is the default value you are taking? Energy. So when the page is loaded, by default that will come with energy on this. Now what you created? Global action called create record. Now this action should be available. Once you create an action, this is not live. You have to make it live. How do you make it live? Publish. Go to edit. What we are finding here? Mobile and a lightning action. In that, we had an action call this. Here we are having a classic publisher, lightning publisher. If you have created a lightning, we are adding for a lightning. If you want to create for a classic, you can create for a classic. You want that action to be available in classic or lightning. Now we create an action, publish it. Then go back to the application. What was this? We are getting a global action. What is action here? No. What are the fields we left there? Discovery. What is the default value we are getting here? So what was that action called? Global action. When I say global action, it is not specific to any object. I can add this action anywhere. I can add this action anywhere. Okay. Now, when you make a global action, if you remember, probably if you have created a applications in the Lightning you might have created an application. If you are trying to create an application in the Lightning, app manager, new Lightning app. So, upload if you want to take any image. I don't have any images, I will leave it. Next. Here it is asking you to add a utility bars. Utility bars. Utility bars will be at the bottom. Right. We can also add the actions. Fine, we not included this, no issue. Select the tabs. So one is the global action, other one is utility bar. When you go to this application, go to the list of applications. What was our application? They make it live. Testing is not. Is something I have not enabled. Maybe profiles are not selected. Okay, no issue. If I select this, when you open an application, at the bottom, what you are finding here? Satish Maila, list view. These are called utility actions. These are called utility actions. One is global actions. The other one is utility action. Okay. Now the second one. Now I have created global action. When I create a global action, what is the component I have selected? Create record, which is already a standard action. But I want to use my Lightning component. I want to use my Lightning component as a global action. Then once again, tell me, how do you create a global actions? If you want to create a global action, setup. Then we had global actions, new action. Here we had custom. What is it? Lightning component. This is a custom Lightning component. Automatically, what happened here? My record load. Why only this is coming? Look at this. So whichever is implementing that action, you are going to get Lightning component, my record load. Then we are getting here so whichever the Lightning component you want to select it, see. So when you click on this component, what is happening? Corresponding Lightning component will open. Then we made it. What should I do? Go to publish layouts, edit, mobile and Lightning. We had lead test. Then hard refresh. So we'll be finding lead test. When you click on this, corresponding, whatever the page we selected, the corresponding page is coming here. Right, boss? Probably toast example I might have selected there. Okay. Are you getting my point? So when you are creating a global action, we are going to, once again I'll repeat the points. Global action, setup, global actions, new action, select. It's your choice. Is it a lightning? If it is a lightning, select the lightning component. Our example was global action. This was our example. Right? Then select the label, save it, publish it. Right, Amma? If you choose any one of these, it's the standard one. And this is our custom lightning component. People are good with this. So what is that global action? It is independent from, it is independent record, it is independent action. It is not associated with any other records. It is not associated with any other related records. It is an independent action. I hope you are clear with this. Okay. Next, let us go to the next one. We are trying to create object specific action. The next one is trying to create object specific action. So what is this object specific action and how you perform? So let me give you object specific. First let us see the basic example, then I will give a use case. So we are going with right. So we are going to go for object specific action. When you are going to go for a object specific action, so as I told you first, remember the point, there are two issues here. We have force lightning quick action without header, force lightning quick action, force lightning quick action, force lightning quick action without header. Right now what I am using is force lightning quick action. Okay. Now I am going to create this button and we are going to make a small action, maybe two input components. When I click on that, sum of two numbers and display. Okay. Now look at this component. The basic structure what we already done number of times. This is a lightning component. So what was that? Look at this. Implements force lightning quick action. Lightning input type equal to number, ID number. Any query in this? Any query on this? Lightning input type equal to number, the name, label is number 1, number 2. And we had a button. When you click on this button, we are going to get add, click add. When you click on this, corresponding JavaScript will be opened. So the JavaScript is supposed to read the value using ID. How do you find? Component dot find number 1 dot get. If I want to read the value using this, how do I get it? If I want to get the value using this, how do I get it? Find number 1 or get. This is how we are going to read the value. Component dot find, because we are trying to find out the value based on the ID. Based on the ID, if you are trying to find out component dot find number 1 dot get v dot value. Right, boss? This is how we are going to get. So let us see the controller. Then define the controller. When you are going for a controller, how you define a toast? How you define a toast? Okay, defining a toast. If you want to define a toast, it is what? $a dot get event. Which event? Force colon show. Now I want to find this event. So I'm giving here where a dot get e event force show test. To fire this event, we need to set the parameter. My event dot set params. The value should be in the form of key value. So we can give title submissing. This is how you are going to do. Once you create it, will not fire. We are supposed to fire it. My event dot. So what is this toast message? What I'm doing? E dot force colon show toast. Set a parameters. What is the message you want to print? Fire the event. Right. Now the same thing I have given here. What is this? Component dot find number one dot get value. Component dot find number two dot get value. Getting the value of number one and number two. Then what was this toast message? $a dot get e dot force colon show test. Set parameters, title, some message. Okay. This is how we are getting. Then we are firing the toast. Fire the toast. This will come back. Once you see the UI, you will understand this. Once you see the UI, you will understand this. Right. So we got a component. When you click on a button, controller is called. Any query on this? People are good with this? People followed? Taking two input components. When you click on the button, controller reading the value of number one, number two, printing them on the toast. Right. Now this is a component what I created. With this component, I want to create object specific action. With this component, I want to create a object specific action. So how to create this object specific action? The moment I say it is a object specific action, what you are supposed to do? Go to setup. Go to objects. Go to any object as per your choice. On which object you want to create this action? Go to objects. Let us say I want to take on account. Go to account. What you are finding? Button selection action. We are trying to create new action. New action on what object? Account object. This will be visible on what? Account only. So we are creating this action specific for only account object. This will be displayed only on account object. Global action is not like that. It is common for everyone. This we are creating specifically for account object, so it will be displayed only on the account object. New action. Now, what is the new action you want to create? Lightning component. Automatically, you're going to get. So we had a quick example. We created the action. This is object specific action. Now when I go to object specific action, what should I do? Again, go to object manager, go to the page layout of account. In the page layout, select the page layout, mobile and lighting actions. Here I had a calculator. Now this is we added the action in the page layout. So go to the application. Did we get the point set? Right? Go to account. Go to any record. Now we had here new contact, new case. What are the other actions we had? Here, what are you finding there? So this is available on a particular record, available on the record, detailed page of a record. We are creating object specific action which will be available on detailed page of a record. Go to when you click on a calculator, now it is showing the corresponding component. The component is open here. Right. We had a button here. Remember this. Okay. We had a button. We are getting a toast message. Now when I go to this, if you want to get this component quick action without this header and a footer, I don't want this header, I don't want this footer, I want only the component to be displayed. Now we are getting a component calculator. At the bottom save, we can also add actions also. On the component we can also add actions. Okay. Now we are getting a cancel. If you want to create a quick action without that headers and footers, then we go for force lightning quick actions without header. Because right now we are using force lightning quick action, we are getting the header and footer. Okay. Let me take this. Now I am taking this element. Go to your component. So what happened now? We got the message without header and now, right? We are closing on the class part. But here, if I give only quick action, what is happening? If I give this, now when I click on the cancel button, the quick action button should be closed. If I go for a cancel action, when you have a cancel button, if I click on this, close action should perform. A close action is given here. What is it? Event force close quick action dismiss action panel. The action panel, whatever you are getting, that should be dismissed. Now we got a class mark. I clicked on this. When I clicked on this, what happened? The action panel is closed. When I clicked on the button, action panel opened. When I click on the close, action panel should be closed. To do that, we got again E dot force colon close quick action. When I clicked on the quick action, pop-up window open. When you click on close, automatically that pop-up window has to be closed. For that, dismiss action panel dot file. This action panel dot file. I hope you are good with this. Now this action I performed what? With respect to this action I performed with respect to a particular record on an object. On a particular object we are creating. That's why it is called object specific action. That's why it is called object specific action. Are you clear about this? So how many types of actions we had? We had a global actions. We had a object specific action. Right. Now we'll take probably in the next session I'll be taking